Sip of coffee. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. What's up, guys? This is the AmzSecrets show and your host, David Aladdin. This is a podcast and Periscope for advanced sellers looking to 2x, 3x, and 10x their business. We're not just in this game to take part, we're in this business to take over. I believe in consistently pushing ourselves to the next level in strategies that break people through. The wealthiest entrepreneurs are consistently hungry for new strategies and secrets in this business. Take Richard Branson, who's 65, or Warren Buffett, who's in his 80s. They are hungry for knowledge and secrets. Today's sponsor is AmzSecrets VIP, the social network for Amazon sellers looking to 2x to 20x their Amazon businesses. AmzSecrets VIP brings secrets, live, real-time mastermind discussions, and insights with sellers all in one place, the way you sell on Amazon. Today, we've got a special guest on the show. His name is Brandon Clark. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and he's an epic entrepreneur with over $350,000 in monthly revenue. And even cooler, he's lived through Amazon Prime Day. So, how's it going, Brandon?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good, good. What time is it over in Tennessee? Is there a time difference?
Yeah, it's 9:15 in the morning, so
Okay.
like
So
an hour behind
You
you.
guys are an hour behind. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Brandon. I'm 31. I help run probably about 5 different Amazon businesses. Been doing it for about 2.5 years now.
Cool.
So yeah, started off the first year towards the end of the fourth quarter. So we didn't do too much the first year. And then the second year did about $1 million and then been doubling on, ever since, and still on track to double this year.
So like 2013, kind of like mid-year?
Yeah, probably about October 2013.
You said you have 5 Amazon businesses?
Correct.
Is there a reason why you guys expanded to multiple brands?
Oh, we partnered with different people. So
How many partners are you currently with?
3 total.
Oh, cool. And do you have like the majority stake, or is it like multiple equal partnerships?
It all, varies from each one. Some are like 40-40-20, some are 50-50, some are 33-33-33. Just really depends on the people and what they bring.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a secret that he just said. He's leveraging people's strengths and giving them a proportionate amount of equity. So secret number 1, we already hit one. It's probably like less than a minute into the let me move this mic a little bit out of the way. We're like less than a minute into the podcast Periscope. But part of business in Amazon, will this interview be in a podcast? Yep, it will be. So part of building businesses, and specifically in this case Amazon, he's leveraged other people and divvied all the equity based on the strengths of the people in his business. That way, his whole entire business works a lot more efficiently. And you're pulling already $350,000 a month, so it's been working pretty good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a lot of setbacks too, though. So
yeah, what kind of? I mean, I don't want to jump too far into this already, but what kind of setbacks do you have so far?
Issues with suppliers. I mean, we've had where the manufacturers actually sent the whole wrong product, and we get thousands of units of that, and then Amazon, shuts down your listing while you're trying to figure it all out. And so we've had that happen a couple of times, believe it or not. We've had competitors, complain on their listings, stuff like that, get it shut down for a little while.
How many ASINs do you currently have?
About 25.
Okay, that's a pretty significant amount.
Yeah,
that's
but not all, not all 25 are actually
active.
Yeah.
I don't know if you tuned in yesterday. Does that fall into the 20% of your products make 80% of the money?
Yes.
Is that kind of how? Yes. Yeah. So we were talking about Protos Principle yesterday and a few other podcasts. You see how it plays a role into every business. 20% of your products will probably make 80% of your income.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's probably actually closer to 10% of those products.
And then when you can determine those products that are doing the 80% of the legwork, you need to spend 80% of your time on those products and 20% of your time on, the 80% that's bad. So just kind of a cool little trick that all of the greatest entrepreneurs, they kind of live by it. So for people that are listening live, we've got about 15 viewers live streaming right now. So, and also if anybody in the live stream has any questions, you guys can ask them, and I'll try to incorporate it into the live interview with Brandon. Okay, so let's learn more about Brandon before we get kind of deeper into Amazon. Can you tell us what got you into Amazon? Were you working different jobs before this, or did you just jump straight into Amazon at after college or school?
I actually jumped into it with my father-in-law and brother-in-law. They're the ones that kind of came across it at first. And let me back up. They have been in the SEO industry since basically right after Google, or our father-in-law has. Mm-hmm. And so when we got together, 8 years ago, that's when I got started in the SEO.
Okay, so just to slow you down a little bit, sorry. Mm-hmm. For people that don't know, SEO is search engine optimization. And in my opinion, knowing this kind of knowledge, like SEO, if you're not aware of it, you should definitely Google it, or it's a Google thing. It's kind of like trying to figure out the best way to get into the ranks of Google. Top 10, top 20, page rank is PR. But by knowing SEO, you can also apply that into Amazon. And some of the best sellers apply SEO, Google knowledge into Amazon knowledge. And a lot of these sellers exist in web developers, exist in web marketers, and they're taking their talents and then they're putting it into Amazon listings. So it gives you a huge leg up when you're trying to rank your product, because from day one, you already have that pre-existing knowledge of how to rank your product. So, and it's not just putting keywords in your title. There's specific little tricks that you can do that make all the difference. So, and your family, what was it, your brother-in-law that you said?
Brother-in-law and father-in-law.
Yeah. So he applied this from day one. One of the live guests that is watching in is wondering how much you started off with.
I think it was around 15,000.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So within 2.5 years, he took.
And it was probably one of the most competitive markets at the time to get into as well, because it's supplements on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Our first product, yeah.
So he took $15,000 and he it kept on compounding within Amazon. He bought stock, sold it, put it back in. He didn't take it out, because there's no way, if you take it out, you're not gonna be able to make $350,000 a month. But actually, supplements, there's a huge profit margin, right? And the cost of inventory is not as much. It's more about the research and the actual stuff that you put in. Correct?
Yeah, correct. It's actually more about finding that really good product that could, separate you from the other 20,000 supplement sellers on Amazon. So
we just hit secret number 3. Every category works differently. Supplements, for example, is completely different from, sports and outdoors or kitchen. A lot of his customers are going to be repeat buyers if they love his product, and they definitely do, because he's cranking in some serious dough. Can you tell us about your typical customer? Is it young or old or?
I'd say somewhere between the 35 to 50 range is our typical customer.
Cool.
I mean, that's still young.
Yeah, that's pretty young. I mean, I'll be in my 30s in 2 years, so. Dang it. You're 31, correct?
Yeah, so it goes downhill as soon as you hit 32.
So, that's cool. All right. Do you use your supplements yourself? And is that kind of how you test which ones are good?
Yeah, I actually have taken a lot of them. And we really go through a process of letting customers try them out before. We have a little group that will let our products go to testing and get feedback from them, and then decide whether or not we're going to keep pursuing it, or if we need to change a formula up or anything like that.
Are you guys